I'll begin, like I said, just by talking about some of my own music. I started out composing. I started out as just a performer. I focused on piano performance, and I came home to do more of a preservation project and try and preserve some of the music that my grandfather would sing, the traditional Navajo songs and chants. And basically, it inspired me to start making some arrangements on the piano. And my first album included this collection of Navajo vocables for piano. For those not familiar, vocables are the non-lexical syllables that are used in Indigenous chants to carry melodic lines and to mark formal structures in the music. This is a set of 12 pieces for solo piano that was influenced by Navajo, or Diné, as we call ourselves, Diné, corn grinding songs, and chants from the Enemy Way ceremony. The pieces can be divided into 3 movements. They can be performed individually or the whole set, or these sets of 4. And I've grouped them into 4. I'll talk a little bit in a moment about why they're grouped into sets of 4. Corn grinding songs in Navajo culture were originally meant, obviously, to accompany the group task of grinding corn, but today they're performed for their musical value. You can see them sometimes on Facebook, streaming live, or on albums. And the Enemy Way ceremony is a healing ritual that's performed for returning soldiers to counter harmful spirits. And something associated with the Enemy Way ceremony is a girls' dance. And that is where the chants and songs from that girls' dance is what I actually use, because the Enemy Way ceremony is a sacred thing, and we don't share the music from that specific ceremony and other ceremonies publicly. But the girls' dance, some of the things are performed more publicly. So that's another thing that is always good to keep in mind when approaching Indigenous music, is that there are a lot of things that are sacred that aren't shared, which is why it's great to approach Indigenous composers themselves, because they'll know what is appropriate to share as a public piece of music and what's not appropriate. So what I'm going to share first is my Navajo vocable for piano number 1 from this set. And I'm going to show a couple of videos. So first, the video I want to show is just a short 1-minute video of the chant that this was actually based on. And then I will play the actual piece afterwards. So this is the chant that is a corn grinding song. So now I'll play the piano arrangement that I did of this piece that was inspired by that corn grinding song, a little bit about it. The number 4 is sacred in Diné culture, because we have 4 directions, 4 sacred stones, 4 sacred mountains, and that comes back a lot in the ceremony, and also in just how we lead our life is the number 4. So since harmony was not originally included in Diné music, the harmonies that I added were often quartal and quintal to sort of reference that sacred part of the culture. That's kind of one of the ways I'm bringing the culture into this classical style. Also, the theme is repeated 4 times, which is often the case in traditional Diné songs and chants and prayers. Things are often repeated 4 times. And you'll hear some of the motifs from that corn grinding song that sort of span across all corn grinding songs. And it's used throughout this piece, and that kind of signifies where it comes from.